morning, or good evening, wherever you are. This is Television Reports International, and I'm Ellen Walding. The ongoing Barton conflict has resulted in one of the world's largest humanitarian disasters. In the southern region of Azuria, refugees from Barton have been suffering for years now from interethnic tensions and fighting in their country. According to different sources, the conflict in Barton has caused an estimated number of nearly 11,000 wounded and over 5,000 killed. Beyond emergency needs such as medical, food assistance and shelter, shortages of all kinds are affecting the civilian population, including growing fuel shortages. This causes tension and growing inequality between the refugees and the population of Azuria. In the early morning of Wednesday the 30th of September, a significant low-pressure area turned very quickly into a hurricane and hit the eastern part of Azuria. At its peak intensity, this hurricane, named Isabella, sustained winds of about 195 kilometers per hour. Hurricane Isabella lasted for 8 hours before it dropped in intensity. The extreme weather conditions caused heavy winds and massive rainfalls, with subsequent landslides in the region. The consequences are beyond imagination. The Tolu region, and more specifically the Shabash province, have been hit most seriously. Many houses have collapsed and are damaged due to the heavy storm, extreme gusts of wind and landslides. A large number of people are injured, and many are still missing. Local rescue workers have not been able to get everybody from under the rubble. The latest news is that the Azurian government sent out a request for international assistance to the United Nations and the European Union to bring emergency rescue services to the Tolu region in Azuria. EU experts arrived yesterday evening in Azuria and made preparations for all the rescue operations needed. Thelma Jordan, our TRI correspondent, is in the Shabash region. Thelma, the European Commission has offered international assistance and several European countries have sent rescue teams to Azuria. Have they arrived and what can they do?
What I can tell is that the rescue teams are coming in right now at this moment. Behind me you can see the Dutch urban search and rescue teams coming in, and I've been told that the English and Icelandic teams are on their way as well. Also, a European Commission coordination team has arrived in the Shabash province. The curfew is heavily affecting the teams since they are not allowed to do anything between sundown and 8 a.m. in the morning. And one thing is for sure, the Azurian and Barton people do need help as soon as possible. It appeared that the rescue teams had an opportunity to do some reconnaissance during the night, escorted by Azurian safety guards. Hopefully this morning they can work a bit more efficient. Next to me there's standing the governor of Shabash, the local province. Sir, what do you think of the cooperation with the international rescue teams?
Well, the governor is saying that the refugees, they are pushing on us, but the Azurians need the help first.
Dr. Trashi, you're an Azurian doctor, the director of the hospital. What do you think of the medical situation right now?
I'm very concerned at the moment. My hospital is collapsed. It's the only hospital in the region, so I cannot use it. It's very important for the population here, for the victims here, that we can get it running. I'm also very concerned about pollution of the drinking water, because we have no clean drinking water, and that as soon as we have a spread of waterborne diseases, we could have it already. Like I think we have typhoid fever spreading already here.
EU search and rescue teams have operated continuously in the disaster area. Due to the Barton conflict and more than 1 million Barton refugees, they've had to work day and night under stressful conditions. According to the latest figures, at least 913 people have died and around 2,730 are injured. Dozens of people are still unaccounted for and could be buried or trapped under the rubble.
Standing here right to this Dutch rescue worker. What can you tell me about the situation right now? What are you doing here?
We were searching with the dogs, with the rescue dogs. And first the rescue dog made a call over there. And we have to go through this pipe to get there.
I heard just 1 hour ago 7 people. They were injured and they were under buildings, and they are now to the hospital. It's always a problem, of course, in such situations. No water, no food, and people are scared, of course, also. But we have all the things we need to help the people to get out their situation, the situation underneath the bricks, and to bring them to the hospital.
Rescue workers try to do their job as good as possible, but still the working conditions are quite hard. Last night, Barton refugees came to the operational base of the Dutch rescue workers and demanded for food and medicines.
We arrived 2 days ago, and we established a coordination center in the most affected region, that is Shabas region. And at the moment we achieved several things. First of all, there were 17 people rescued by the teams that perform search and rescue activities in the region, from Netherlands, from United Kingdom, and also from Iceland. In the upcoming hours we are waiting for additional cargo, so incoming relief items for the benefit of the local population. And these are food, shelter, also water. The decision on beneficiaries is made by the government, so we can provide the assistance. The government is consignee, and then they are making the decision further. We are here as a coordination team, so we are doing technical stuff. We are not involving into any tensions. So our task is to deliver the assistance, give it to the government, and the government will deal with it.
At a press conference, local authorities and EU representatives stated that the good cooperation between the local and EU rescue teams has saved many lives and helped the region to overcome the aftermath of this tragedy. However, there is still much work to be done.
And let me start with expressing the sympathy of Europe and its population with the people of Azuria.
We are facing probably the biggest disaster and humanitarian crisis in our country.
Europe stands in solidarity with the Republic of Azuria.
Right now, from European Union Civil Protection, we have 3 USAR team, that's search and rescue team.
The European Union and United Nations have a long-lasting relationship. And for years now we're working close together in coordinating disasters and crises.
Search and rescue is in operation, providing food and water, medical care, and other relief items.
More news in our next report. We'll keep you updated. This was Television Reports International. Thanks for watching.